What's up, guys? Let's wait a minute and then we'll get started. We'll give it a few minutes and then I'm gonna get started. You guys, green or red today so far? Can everyone hear me? What happened to the walks? I'll tell you what happened to the walks. It's 40 degrees here. That's what happened to the walks. You know, I'm in a jacket right now and I'm freezing. Yes, this is driving with Alex. Last time I did this, last time I was recapping and driving, I got a ticket. I got pulled over. And turns out an MIC member is a cop. So he got me a gold card. So hopefully that's going to help me if I get pulled over today. We'll give it a few more minutes and then I'm going to start. What is TOPS, DCIX, and ESCA trading at? What's a gold card? It means that you're like a family member of a police officer and they kind of help you out a little bit more. Thank you again. My hair's fucked up. Yeah, we'll give it another minute and then I'm going to start talking. Also, shout out to Davron. MIC member showed up today. I saw him. Awesome, man. It was so cool to see you. We saw each other at boot camp. No, it was like last month. And then we saw each other in New York City today. That's awesome, man. You're a good dude, man. You're a good dude. Alright, I'll give it another second and then I'm gonna start. What is TOPS at? Shipper's going nuts, yeah. It's fucking crazy. 260. Alright, let me start. So I traded the shippers today and I fucked up. I lost today. So it's always kind of weird doing these recaps because I do these recaps mostly when I lose, but never when I win. So it's funny because like I go through these at the end of the weekend. I try to see like how I can improve for my losses, and it turns out that I have more of these loss videos than the win videos because, you know, when I win, I just don't even think twice about it. It's business as usual, and I usually just go back and relax and don't do anything crazy. But when I lose, that's what's most important, right? So, you know, it's like saying this: you can't learn what not to do until you try it and screw up, so you can see how to fix it and how to improve from it, right? So let's fast forward to the shippers today. So if you look at the pre-market chart on TOPS, I get to the desk at like 6 in the morning latest. I'm at my desk, right? 6 in the morning latest, I'm at my desk. So I'm watching TOPS go from like 150 to $4 on no news. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell's going on, right? Like, what the hell's going on? But at that point, at 6 in the morning, there's no trade, right? There's no, what the fuck are you, there's no volume, there's no liquidity, there's nothing. So at 7 o'clock on the dot is usually when pre-market trading starts. And what I ended up seeing happen was there was a 250,000 share seller at 320. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, this guy, I don't care who he is, but I'm just going to jump him with 2,500 shares. I'll short, if he's at 320, I'm going to short at 310. And worst case scenario, I'm going to lose 10 cents or $250. So that was the first trade I had in the morning. I saw the giant ass seller at 7 in the morning. I'm like, what the hell? Who would be selling this early? But I'm just like, you know, do whatever you want. I'm just going to follow you. I'm just going to jump you ahead, and that's what I'm going to do. So what ended up happening is, you know, I covered at like 280 and 270 because I'm thinking that's fucking amazing shit. Like it's pre-market. Like I already made like $1,000. Like awesome. So seeing that seller there first was the reason why I took the trade in the morning. And then what I ended up seeing is like every single time pre-market that it kind of, jumped up, it was met with a bunch of sellers. There was plenty of 100,000 share sellers getting filled and refreshing almost every single time pre-market. So here I am thinking to myself, this thing is up, 100, 150% on no news. Anyone that essentially bought pre-market is underwater. There's no real big catalyst. Last time this ran, didn't do anything crazy. So what ended up happening is at the open, I started getting a little bit aggressive with it. And I said to myself, well, let me backtrack. So the way I have these setups now is every morning I write it on like a Post-it note, the ticker and what type of setup it is. So for example, if TOPS is an A+ setup, I write TOPS and then I write A+. If DCIX is a B setup, I write B setup next to it. And the reason why I do this is so that I could, allocate risk to these different setups. So if it's an A+ setup, I want to risk, I don't know, say just to make the numbers in perspective, I want to risk $1,000 on an A+ setup. I want to risk $500 on a B setup. I want to risk $250 on a C setup. So here I am in the morning, wrote that TOPS is an A+ setup. So I'm willing to risk a decent amount on this A+ setup. But the thing that kind of got me today was at 10:25. So if you pull up a chart and look at what happened at 10:25 a.m. Also, what is TOPS trading at right now? Just so that I know, because I'm driving, I don't want to look at it. So at 10:25 a.m., it had a big stuff move. It went through 225, 226 or something like that, and then went immediately down to 195 and 190. So I'm thinking to myself, this just had a stuff move from 225 to 190. That next bounce to 2 is an all-you-can short, in my opinion, is what I was assuming. So I said to myself, it had the stuff move, it had the death candle. It was before 11 o'clock. So I'm thinking to myself, like, shit, this was the confirmation I needed, right? This was the confirmation I needed. Usually when it has that death candle, I tell myself, like, that's usually, they don't come back after you see a setup like that. So I got aggressive, and I thought to myself, damn, this thing is still up 100% on no news, and, it just had its death candle. It's time to get really, really big with it. So that was my mistake. That was actually a big ass trap. So how did I approach it? My mentality was, okay, just stuff from 225 down to 190. I'm going to be shorting 2 and 205s with size, and I'm probably going to stop out at 225, right, or 220, something, because like at that point, if it goes back above 210, 215, 220, then it was a big trap, right? So seeing that stuff candle really gave me some sort of, it gave me the idea that I was comfortable in the trade. It gave me the idea that I was doing the right thing. And at the same time, DCIX was kind of doing just really nothing. So fast forward now to me shorting in the 2s and thinking to myself, my plan is I have to exit if I'm wrong at 225. And, it always sucks taking a loss. It always sucks stopping out. But, that stop out at 215, 220, 225 that I had today on TOPS was fantastic, because now it's at 260, right? It's 260. My problem today was sizing, right? I was oversized into the position because, shit, man, it had no fucking news. It was up 100% and it just had a death candle. Why wouldn't I size into that, right? Like, it just made sense to me, right? It made sense to me. But, that was what it seems like everyone else was thinking. And, I kind of asked around, and the way I kind of play these setups is that, if there's less borrow availability, meaning that if less people can short the stock, I want to be in that stock because there's less competition, right? There's less competition in that stock. So I asked Bao this morning, and he's like, dude, I can't get TOPS. And usually if Bao can't get TOPS, that means like most people can't get it. And I got there at 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning. I located it. I was fine. So yeah, that was kind of my problem today. My problem was also that I've made like 200, 300, 400, 500 grand on these shipper stocks over the years, right? I've made so much money on these shipper stocks that anytime I see them moving, I get excited. I have a Dries banner in my home, in my room, right? In my bedroom, I have a Dries banner. So I know everything and anything about these shipper stocks, and anytime I see them moving, I get excited because I know that they usually work out. I know how they trade. I know everything about them. So, today was just kind of like a fluke. I'm frustrated. I hate losing. But at the end of the day, that trade with that stuff move and that death candle is a trade I'd be taking 100 times over and over again. You know, yes, I was over aggressive on it. Yes, I was too big on it, but it kind of called for it. It made sense to me, right? It made sense to me. You know, the highs at 240, it just stuffed at 225, went down to 190, the low of the day is 180. It's 10 cents away from low of the day and it bounces. So why would I not be aggressive, right? Why would I not be aggressive? So that's how I traded that. And then DCIX I lost on too, because, you know, if I'm short one of them, I'm probably short the other as well. And, you know, when one goes wrong, the other one goes wrong as well. So again, like, what's tops at right now? What's tops DCIX and ESEA at right now? Also, again, I said it in the beginning, but I don't think there was too many people in here. Shout out to Davron, who I met again for the second time today, who was an MIC member that we saw each other in the city. So fucking awesome, man. So awesome. You're a good dude, bro. If you're in the Instagram chat, say what's up so people see. 267. Fucking amazing cover. Fucking amazing. So this is my problem, right? It's so funny. It's so funny. Because, like, you know, as traders, we always struggle and we always find problems with ourselves that are wrong, and then we fix one problem and then another problem fucking comes around. So before, my problem used to be I used to stop out too late, and my losses would get bad because I would stop out too late. Now here I am stopping out at 210, 215, 220, amazing stops, but I'm in too big, so it still has the same effect, right? And again, these shipper stocks are stocks that I've made plenty of money in the past. So how can I control my human emotions more to see that? My greed, my lust, my everything. So again, like, this is a learning process. It sucks. You know, writing these setups on a piece of paper and saying, like, hey, this is an A plus setup and I want to risk $5,000 on this setup. This is a B setup. The most I want to risk on a B setup is $3,000. You know, this is a C setup. The most I want to risk on a C setup is $1,000. So just seeing that stuff too has also been helping me. Because you never know, because you should always be risking more on your setups, your A plus setups. But sometimes you kind of you wrongly or falsely justify that a setup is better than it is, just to kind of convince yourself out of that situation. So now what I've been doing is I've been writing it down. Tops is every single day, no matter what, is an A plus setup for me, especially if it's gapping up on no news 150%, right? But also, you gotta think to yourself, everyone else is thinking the same shit, right? Everyone else is thinking the same shit. So, you know, if everyone is doing the same thing, the opposite is most likely bound to happen. And it was kind of my own arrogance and my own ego that let me say to myself, like, oh, wow, that stuff is the confirmation. That stuff is the move that I needed to see. And yeah, 99 out of 100 times after that stuff move at 1025, that shit is not coming back. 99 times. But that one time that does come back, we're going high day, we're going crazy, we're at 265, we're at 270 and shit like that. So, you know what? Good. I'm glad I covered. I'm glad I stopped out. You know, if I didn't stop out, my losses would have ballooned. And it's cool. Like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. But, you know, this is just another learning process for me, right? It's a learning process. I said to myself, it's up on no news. It's already a massive gap. There's a lot of sellers, a lot of longs pre-market that are stuck. It hasn't really shown much, like, energy or much strength in the morning on the stock. So damn, man, like, you know what? It's gonna happen, right? This shit is gonna happen. But, you know, the fact of the matter is now I stopped out, taking the day off. Because when I get pissed, when I get angry, because I don't get angry too often, right? I don't get angry too often. I'm a very chill dude. I'm almost robotic at times. But when I get angry, I don't want to be anywhere near the trading desk, because I'll use that capital, I'll use that buying power for the wrong reasons. And just recognizing that about myself is also important, you know what I'm saying? Because I recognize that when I am not mentally there, I am a detriment to myself. So I have to remove myself from the equation. So that's it, man. I hope these things help. You know, I'm not the best. I don't think I'm the best. I'm probably one of the worst, but, you know, I'm honest. I'm honest about it. You know, this is my journey. This is where I've come after almost 5 years of trading, and these are the struggles that I'm dealing with. And yeah, obviously there's stupid struggles to be dealing with. You know, it's complaining about stupid shit, but long term, if I fix these problems, it's gonna be ridiculous. I'm saying it's gonna be the results are gonna be ridiculous. So it's just a couple months of struggling. It's just trying to get better at this stuff. So again, just keeping it simple and recognizing that, if it's stuffed and it went under VWAP and it was under the whole level of 2, if it reclaimed 210, 215, that trade thesis is wrong. You know what I'm saying? That trade thesis is wrong. So if it's wrong, I took it off, and that's it. I should have maybe gone long, right? Maybe I should have gone long, right? So again, I'm not perfect. I'm glad I stopped out. Now that it's 260, there's plenty of meat on the bone to attack tomorrow, and shit, man. Also, another thing that I want to talk about is like how to deal with losses, right? Because everyone loses, right? Everyone fucking loses. There's no one in this business except the eyebrow guy that doesn't lose, right? That's just the truth, man. You're going to lose eventually. There's a 100% chance you are going to eventually lose money trading. 100%, right? So what do you do to fix it, right? What do you do to fix it? I lose twice a week, it seems like, right? I lose twice a week, I'm not the best trader. I lose more than I should, right? Sometimes I'm egotistical, sometimes I'm cocky, sometimes I'm too confident. And, it sucks, it's dumb, but I'm also aggressive at times when I need to be. So that aggression has its pros and its cons. So back to how to deal with a loss, right? Because everyone's going to lose, you're going to deal with it no matter how much it's going to happen eventually. So here's first things first. You took the loss, right? You took the loss, it sucks, you're done. Walk away from that situation. Walk away. And what you're going to do is when you come back to that situation, you should go and write down what you did wrong, right? You should write down what you did wrong. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't stop, let's say your stop was at 250, right? Let's say your stop was at 250 and you stopped out at 270 and you're pissed because you lost more money than you should. You didn't follow your plan. You know what I'm saying? So that's a problem that needs to be fixed. Let's say you followed your plan and you lost. That still sucks, right? That still sucks losing when you follow your plan. So again, now it's going to be a situation of how to get over it, how to move on from it, and what to do to kind of improve. And the thing that I always say is like, go for a walk, man. Go for a walk. You'd be surprised what 10 minutes of fresh air can do to you. Or, sometimes what ends up happening is we have a bad trading day and we take it out on our family. We take it out on our friends. We don't really eat too much and stuff like that. So just recognize that, you need to be healthy in your mind and in your physical shape to be trading as well. So don't forget to eat. Just breathe, man. Just fucking breathe and just do everything normally. So what am I doing now? Going for a drive. I'm gonna relax a little bit and then get back to some MIC business to keep me a little bit busier, right? So again, no one's perfect. We all lose. What's the top set right now? And I feel like I should be doing these recaps when I win too. I shouldn't be limiting myself to doing only these recaps when I'm, upset, frustrated, and pissed, right? I should be also doing recaps when, everything does go right. And I can talk about how I did approach it when things did go right, So that's it, guys. That's it. This is my way of kind of venting. This is kind of my way of talking about it. It's my video diary, video journal diary. And, I'm not always going to win. I'm not always going to win. But I'm always going to be honest. And the truth of the matter is, this is a down month for me. It sucks. I'm down on the month. Only about a couple days worth of work. So it's not really the end of the world. But, I said to myself, like, just because, like something that I should be telling myself as well is, it's okay to have one down month, right? I'm so strict on myself, and I'm so frustrated with myself that I'm down 1 month. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? I can't always win. I can't always, make money every month. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be certain times or certain months that things are kind of out of my control and things just don't go well. So I have to kind of accept that, it's all right if, October's a down month. It's all right because, September was a decent month. It was all right. I was profitable. It's great. But I have to kind of realize that it's also okay for my own mental capacity, my own mental standing to recognize that it's all right to lose 1 month, right? It's cool. You know, am I following my process? Am I doing the right thing? So again, that's basically it. I just wanted to really talk about, you know, how I fucked up the trade, but yet I still, you know, like I still am alive, not dead. I didn't go broke. I'm excited for tomorrow. I hope these tops gaps 350. I hope DCIX goes to 4. You know, because these are going to be great opportunities when the time does come. It's just I'm frustrated because I let my past wins on these stocks get me in a little bit too early on them. So, again, tomorrow's a new day. A smart man told me today that I'm young. I shouldn't be upset. Enjoy my youth. So, that's it, guys. That's it. I'll do a quick, 5-minute Q&A maybe. And then we'll go back to I'll be getting some food. So ask away. Do I use beard oil? I use beard shampoo and beard conditioner. It's very weird to say, but it's fucking awesome. Yeah, young, 24 years old. 24 years old. Sorry, I'm driving. I'm trying to look at the same time. It's not really working out too well. I have to shave. You have to shut up. It's 40 degrees here. It's 30 degrees. I need my beard to keep me warm. How do I decide what an A+ setup is? That's a great question. So it's a setup that I've made money in the past on. It's a setup that the daily chart makes sense to me. It's a setup that I know is going to work, right? So again, what most people do is they just say, I'm going to risk $5,000 for the day and that's going to be it and whatever it is. But my mentality, which I've kind of been doing and that's been a little bit better, is say Tops is an A+ setup, DCIX is a B+ setup, this is how much money I want to risk on this setup, this is how much money I want to risk on that setup, so that with a clear and sober mind, I just look back to what I wrote and that's what I'm going to keep doing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I shouldn't have lost a lot on Tops and DCIX, but you know, it added up. And I said to myself, these are A+ setups, so it's okay to risk them. But, you know, not every time are these things going to work. And you know what? So be it. So be it. I lost today. But tomorrow, I'm going to come back stronger. My mentality's going to be good. That's it, man. That's it. Just sometimes for me, I just need to get some air. I partied a little bit too hard this weekend, so maybe that was a little bit of an issue. Maybe I should kind of stay home and be a little bit sober and kind of focus on, you know, seeing ways I can improve. But shit, man, it's always fun to kind of hang out with friends. So yeah, I'm a simple guy, man. I'm a simple guy. I am glad, knock on wood, I have not gotten pulled over yet for recapping and driving. Alright, I'm going to give it another minute and then I'm going to wrap this up. Well, my mindset is I have to make money every month, right? I have to make every month, I have to make some money, right? Trading, that's just my mentality. And, you know, the reality is you know, I'm not fucking perfect, dude. There's no shot that every single month of every year I'm going to be profitable, right? It's just, there's things out of my hand sometimes, right? There's things out of my hand. So I have to kind of, oh wow, you guys are in luck. I am currently at Wendy's and there's a massive line for the drive-thru. So I have until I'm done with the drive-thru. What is this shit at now? What is Tops and DCIX at now? Anyone? Falling. Shit. 240. Shit. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do another question or two, and then I'm going to get some Wendy's. So best is to just accept reality and keep moving. The best is to learn from it, to see what you did wrong, to improve from it, and recognize that you can't go back in time. You just can't. Holy fuck. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap it up. See you tomorrow, and hopefully I have a happier recap.